Hi everyone, I had a request for number 8. Number 8 is going to use this histogram to answer the questions. So as you can see, what I've done on this histogram is I went ahead and I wrote in every column how many students, or I'm sorry, in this case schools, that it represented. So you can see, let's see if I can put this ruler on there. You can see that from 40 to 60, gas consumption is 1 school there, and there's a couple more that are 1. From 180 to 200 is 3, and I put this on here so that you can see exactly where the end of that column comes up. So we have 10, the very top one is 10, 9, you understand what's happening here. And that becomes important because when we do C, which is how many schools are in the data set, we have to add all of those numbers up that are in each column. And that's how I got 47. Question A, what is the shape of the distribution? I put skewed right because if you were going to draw a curve of this, it's like the area on this side, or this part of the graph, is pulling it to the side instead of being a normal curve, okay? And when it's pulling, we put the side that it's pulling to. That's how we skew it. So this one, because of this one over here that's pulling it over, we call that skewed right. Skewed right, because that is the right side of the graph, okay? And that means that for F, that means the mean will be greater than the median. Sorry guys, I got lost here. Okay, so what was the next question? Going back to B, how many schools consumed 100 to 120? I said that was 9 because if we look at the graph, 100 to 120, there are 9 schools in that column. Okay. How many schools in the data set? I already told you how I figured that out. So what percent of the schools consumed? Well, if 9 schools were in that column between 100 and 120, and there was 47 total, we do 9 out of 47, just like you would find your percent on a test. So we're looking at these 9 schools. There's 47 altogether, and that's 19.15%, and I rounded there. Underneath this, what percent of the schools use less than, and this is important, this part right here, less than 80 means that we're not just looking at one column, we're going to look at all of, well, we're not going to look at this, we are not going to look at this one because that is 80 to 100. We need less than 80. So we're going to add up the 8 from this column and the 1 from this column, which is also 9, which is nice because we don't even have to use a calculator. So this one below, I just put 19.15% because I already knew it was going to be the same fraction of schools. Okay, so we already talked about F. The mean is greater than the median if something is skewed right. And explaining that, well, that's just what I put in the explanation. If you want me to talk about it a little bit, think about it as if this right here, right? What were we talking about? This is Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world. And if you were just to take an average or the mean of all of the people in the United States, how much money they make, because somebody makes so much more money on this side, it would skew it. It would seem like everybody made a lot more money, and that's why we talk about the median. The median is going to be half of the schools are on one side, half of the schools are on the other side, so we should be able actually to figure this out. If there's 47 altogether, half of 47 is going to be approximately 23.4, So let's see, 16, 17, 26. So the median's going to be somewhere in here. Okay? Or if we had the actual numbers, we could find the median. But the median's going to be somewhere around here. The mean's going to be somewhere closer. The mean and the median. Okay? All right, good luck studying, and I will see you guys tomorrow.